Hello everyone, welcome to part 53 of Laravel 9 series, in which we are creating the multi-vendor e-commerce website. Okay, so in last video we have seen that we able to merge our template and we able to see the home page, the index page. We able to merge the index page. Okay, so now we are going to do we are going to make our index page dynamic one by one. Every module we are going to make it dynamic so that we can update from the admin panel. Okay, so in this video we are going to update the header sections, categories and subcategories. Okay, we can see here clothing, electronic appliances are the sections. Men, women and kids comes under clothing section. These are the categories, and under those we have the subcategories as well. In the same way, electronics is the section, computers, mobile and accessories are the categories, and under computers, desktop and laptops are categories. Okay, vice versa. So we are going to make this dynamic. The categories, sections and subcategories that we have added so far, we are going to show now in at the front end. So I'm going to open here admin panel once, so that we can check that which sections, categories and subcategories we have added so far. So here we will go at catalog management and section. So these are the sections that we are going to show, and under those sections these are the categories and subcategories that we are going to show. Okay, and we are going to show only the enable section, categories and subcategories. Disabled section, category and subcategories we are not going to show, like kids is the disabled, so it will not come at the front end. So now we are going to update its code. So let's start. So first of all we are going to update the section model. We will open the section model here, and I'm going to make one function, static function, that we are going to use there in our front header. Okay, to update the header menu. So for that I will create one more function here, public static I'm using because I'm going to use this function in another in controller, so that's why in another page. So here I'm going to make it like sections. So here I'm going to have here get section. I'm going to make variable like get section. We are going to make the array for it, and section is the model from where we will fetch the section. Okay, so first of all I'm going to make it status. See, status will always be 1 where status is 1. I'm not attaching anything, not attaching any categories, subcategories to it. Only the sections we are going to fetch for the first time. Get. Okay, and now see, get sections, we are going to convert it to array. So one simple way to convert it to array is to make just 2 array. Okay, so it can work with the get when we have the number of records, but it will not work with the first. Okay, so make sure that you will use this with get only, don't use it with the first. So now see, I'm going to return now, return $get section. Okay, so now we are going to open front header, header blade file that is located inside resources, views, front, layout. Okay, this is the header.blade.php file. You can remove the unwanted files like the layouts folder that is located earlier, that is the earlier folder that you can remove. Okay, so so that there will be no confusion at all. So in header.blade.php file, then we are going to first of all going to attach this section model at the top. Sorry, we are going to attach our model here. Use app models section, and we are going to fetch that get sections here. So I'm going to make it like sections, section variable, section, and sections. Okay, so we are going to display the result here. First of all, we are going to see. After that, we will work on the for each loop to show all the sections. We are going to first debug our code so that we will make sure that the sections are coming fine here. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to refresh, and you can see we will have three sections here: clothing, electronics, and appliances. All three sections that are enabled so far. So if I will disable one of the section, like if I will disable electronics, then only two must come, clothing and appliances. I'm going to refresh, and you can see only two sections are coming now, clothing and appliances, because we have disabled electronics. So only enabled sections will come. Okay, now we can able to see all three. So first thing is I am going to comment this one, and one more thing we can do, we can open this one in new tab so that it is better for us. In new tab we are going to open it like this so that we can check here and we can implement here. Okay, so now I will go down and will check that where is our clothing statically here. This clothing is not this one, this is the search clothing. Here also we will update. Okay, so no issue. Here also we will update only section we are going to show here. So here we can simply add here for each dollar sections as dollar section, and we will remove two of the option here and end for each. Though the functionality, we are not going to do the functionality right now, but just for the checking purpose we are going to integrate here so that we will make sure that it is coming fine. So in section, see, we can check from here. Okay, so it's the name, so we are going to show here the name. Okay, so if we will refresh here, then we can see we are getting now dynamically. Okay, so now we are going to work here for all the categories. We are going to make it dynamic. I'm going to search once again. So here it is. So first of all we will see we will remove the repeated LIs here. Okay, we will remove the all LIs, repeated LIs. Here we can remove this one, we can remove this one, we can remove this one. Okay, so all LIs we can remove, just we will keep the one LI that is for this section. Okay, we are going to keep this one, and here I'm going to add here that sections once again, that for each loop dollar sections as dollar section, and we'll end the for each loop here and for each. Okay, so here inside this one I'm going to replace this clothing with dollar section name. Okay, so now we are going to check here, refresh here, and we'll see here that all three are coming. If I will disable one, like if I will disable appliances, then only two will come, clothing and electronics. We are going to check whether it is correct or not, and see here only clothing and electronics is coming. Okay, third one is disabled, appliances we have disabled, so that's why it is not coming there. Okay, so now sections is working fine. So now we are going to show the categories under this section, but still we have not fetched the categories. We need to attach the categories here, categories relation we are having here. So this relation we are going to attach with the section model, so that we can simply do with, okay, like this with categories. Okay, so that is the thing that we are going to do. And now we are going to see, check once again, we are going to debug once again whether all the data, whether the categories and subcategories are coming under section. And one more thing I want to tell you, that this categories is further attached with the subcategories as well. Okay, so you can see subcategories is attached with these categories. So both so see, sections, categories and subcategories will come up. So let's see. I'm going to refresh here, and you can see under the sections we have the categories, and under those categories we have the subcategories. Okay, you can see here categories, subcategories are coming under the sections. Okay, so now we are going to integrate this one. Okay, so now first thing, I'm going to search here sections where we have integrated dollar sections. Okay, so now first condition, one condition is that we are going to check whether the section is having any categories, and if the section is having the categories, then we are going to show it, otherwise we are not going to show. Okay, so we can see here if this particular section is having categories, then we are going to show this section. If this section does not have any categories, then there is no mean to show it. Okay, so this thing we will straight away will add after for each loop, and here I'm going to check here this one categories. Okay, so for this one I'm going to do here if count, I will use the count here, dollar section categories. So it's going to count whether this further array is having any element or not. Okay, so it is going to check these categories, that this array is having data or not. If it is empty array, if it does not have any element, then we are not going to show it further. Okay, so if count section categories we can also like is greater than 0, okay, then only we are going to display, otherwise we are not going to display this li at all. So I'm going to show you now. See, I'm going to refresh here. Okay, so I will disable this one. So we'll check now. Okay, so now see, now only two are coming, the one is not coming at all. Okay, so we will only display those sections and categories and subcategories under those sections that are enabled. Okay, only two are enabled, so rest we are not going to show. Okay, so now see, once again we will go down, and now this time we are going to integrate, we are going to show one for each loop more to show the categories. Okay, here we are going to integrate here for each loop after div class row. We are going to check like this is the okay, so this is for the categories, these div are repeated for the categories. So here we require the for each loop once again, for each, and here now this time we are going to have that dollar section categories. This one once again we are going to use this one dollar section categories in for each loop as dollar category. Okay, so once again we will add the condition here, like if the category is having, okay, so that condition we will remove, we will add later on, but now we are going to remove these two div, we are not required. Now we will add the end for each here, and inside this one we are going to display the category name. Okay, so we are going to display it here like this, category name, and make sure that we are writing the correct code here. Category underscore name will come under categories, category underscore name. Okay, so now we are going to check whether our categories are coming under section or not. See, under clothing, men, women, see, kids is disabled, so that's why it is not coming. Okay, so under electronics only mobile is coming, so that seems to be fine. We are going to check here so I'm going to check the categories here. See, kids is disabled, so that's why it is not coming. I'm going to enable this one as well. And smartphones, that is coming under mobile. Okay, so we are going to check once again. I'm going to refresh here and see, we are having clothing, men, women, and kids is also coming now because we have enabled it. Okay, so our men, women, and kids, these categories are coming now, and under electronics mobile is there, but smartphone is not coming under electronics. We are going to check why it is not coming. uh, See here under these mobiles, under mobile smartphones come. Okay, so under mobile we are showing only t-shirts and shirt. We are going to check why it is not showing that. So actually it is not coming because we need to add these subcategories. These all are static. Okay, we can see these all are static right now, so that's why it is coming. Otherwise the smartphone will come under mobiles. Okay, so let's quickly work on the subcategories as well. So one more for each loop we are going to add for the subcategories. So this one is for the subcategories. So one more loop we are going to add here so that we can make it dynamic as well. And for each, okay, so this one also we can remove now. And now see, under section categories, this one is not the here we are going to add here the category and subcategory. Okay, so we will fetch it from here. See, this one is categories, and under that is this subcategories. Okay, so that we are going to add here. Okay, subcategories under category. So here we are going to add category. Category comes from here. Okay, and here we are going to add the subcategories. Okay, so now here we are going to make it subcategory like this, and now here we are going to add dollar subcategory and category name. Okay, so it must come now. So we are going to check here. Now it is fine. Okay, you can see under mobiles smartphones have come. Okay, so under clothing, men, women and kids come. Kids does not have any further subcategories, so it is coming along, but we are going to show because the client can able to add products under kids directly. So it is not mandatory to show the subcategories. It is not mandatory to add the subcategories under categories, but categories are mandatory. You can't show the sections alone. Okay, so these categories are mandatory that you are going to add under sections. So now it is fully dynamic, sections, categories and subcategories, and now we are going to assign the links to it. Okay, so first one is the section here. So section does not have any link because section does not have any URL. Okay, so here we will close this one. We will add here simply JavaScript void to so that we will not provide any link to the sections. JavaScript simply we can do it like this, so that even if we will click on this link, it will not go anywhere. See here, it is not clickable. Okay, so but we will provide links to the categories and subcategories. So here, instead of listing.html, we are having the link of the category. Here in categories, under categories, you can see we have the URL. Okay, so here we are going to add the URL. Okay, like this. Dollar category and URL. Okay, we can check once. Going to refresh all categories, and here we can see the man is coming, woman is coming. If you going to click on this one, we will get the result men, women and kids. You can check here, at down here it comes. Okay, man, women and kids. So if you going to click, you can see /man is coming. Okay, so that is fine. We are having the URL now. Okay, so for the subcategory as well, we are going to provide here link as well. I am going to copy this URL, and one minor change we will add here. Here it will come like subcategories. So we able to assign the URL to our categories and subcategories. Now I'm going to click on t-shirt. See, it will go to the t-shirt category. Close this model pop-up. See here, if you're going to click on t-shirt, it will go to the t-shirt category. You can check here. Okay, so we able to link the categories and subcategories to their respective pages. Okay, so these are the sections, categories and subcategories. You can control them from the admin panel. You can show them, you can make them dynamic. Okay, like if I will enable the accessories as well, so it will show all three. I'm going to refresh here. Okay, so so see the appliances must have some of the categories. If appliances does not have any category, then we are not going to show here. Okay, so if we are going to add any category under appliances, then it's going to show. Like if I'm going to add one category under appliances, like refrigerators. Okay, make sure the spellings are correct. Refrigerators. Okay, I'm so bad in spellings. So here, okay, so spellings are correct. Okay, we can add refrigerators under appliances, under main category. Okay, it is the main category, so we will also provide its URL as refrigerators in small. Title we can keep the refrigerators summit. Okay, so refrigerator have been added. Now we will refresh, and now we can see the appliances have come up because we have added one category under the appliances. Okay, so refrigerators have further type that can also come if we're going to add these subcategories to the refrigerators. And even if we will not add any subcategory, these refrigerators will work fine. So now, so it is clear, like we can able to add any categories and subcategories. So it is not mandatory to add the subcategories as well. If even if you are going to add the categories, it will still work. Okay, so see, if you will add too many categories, then don't worry, it will come like 3 categories will come here, and after that it will keep coming down like this one here, 4th, 5th, 6th, so on. Okay, so we will continue working on our home page in the next video as well, and we'll make the other things dynamic, like the home page banners, like the products also we're going to show from the admin panel. Okay, so we will make the products like new Ravels bestseller. This one also we're going to do. So many things still we need to work on the home page. Okay, so stay tuned for that. So that's all for now. Have a nice time.